Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Wednesday evening to you all. Hope you guys have had a great day out there and having yourselves a great night. Hopefully, you're seeing rain, but other people are seeing other things too, like some severe weather. It's certainly been an active afternoon and ongoing evening. As I speak, we have severe thunderstorm warnings out there, and we've had a couple tornado warnings also. We've actually had a reported tornado, I believe, in areas of Wisconsin a little bit earlier this afternoon. So it's been a pretty active day in regards to severe weather. Probably our most active day that we've seen in maybe a few months, or at least a couple months. So hopefully you guys are faring well out there, but hopefully you all are seeing some beneficial rain also. So in tonight's video, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on right now with the severe weather, because there is ongoing severe weather, but we're also going to give you an update on what's going on with this cold blast expected early next week. We have a cold front working its way through now. That is not the big deal as far as the well below average temperatures. It's a front that's going to move in behind this a little bit later this coming weekend. So we're going to talk about that, give you the latest update about how chilly it can get, guys. So not going to hold you guys out up long tonight. We're pretty much just going to give you revised information on the other evening videos we've done over the last couple days. So if you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. We've kind of entered a slower period, guys, so I really appreciate people who continue to tune in. It means a lot. If you ever consider joining my channel, I'm trying to hit around 20 members by the end of October. I'm currently at 19. And I really appreciate every single one of you guys who are joined to my channel. There's certain people who've been joined for since I've had this option to introduce a join tab for people to join my channel. So I really appreciate people who support me in that way monthly. It really goes a long way, and really makes putting all this work into what I do with YouTube very worth it. So I really appreciate all of you. If you guys got anything that I can pray over, please put it in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and it gives others an opportunity to do so too. So I really appreciate y'all. And I know I mentioned the join, guys. It's not a big deal, because I really appreciate people who just tune in and watch my content. It really helps the growth of my channel. But certainly the people who support me monthly and do what they do, I certainly always want to show my appreciation to them too individually. So anyways, let's talk about the weather here. Severe thunderstorm watch out until 10 p.m. Central Time. So not Eastern Time, Central Time. This is everybody in these yellow areas right here. So if you're in these areas, and this might get kind of reissued a little bit downstream, meaning a little bit further east. So watch out. Huntsville, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, Tuscaloosa. You got to watch out for those folks a little bit later tonight, maybe even down to Jackson, Mississippi. But the highest chance is really for damaging winds. There'll be a chance for an inch-and-a-half diameter hail, maybe a tornado or two. But we need to watch out for this. There is a severe thunderstorm watch, and it's out for a reason. And certainly, we look at the radar right now. This is the Jackson, Mississippi radar. You see all these little yellow boxes right here. That is severe thunderstorm warnings. So you got some pretty nasty storms well east of Jackson, Mississippi. You got some nasty storms up here in northern areas of Mississippi. And watch out, Greenwood, Mississippi. This might try to dip into your area, but likely will go just south of Grenada or Grenada. Tupelo, watch out for you folks. If I'm butchering any of these names, I should know the names of these towns in the South. I live in the South, so yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. You know how I am with pronouncing towns, cities, and countries, things like that. But anyways, I mean well, guys. The thing that is concerning is if you actually look at the structure of these storms, they have that hook look to them. Just south of Philadelphia, Mississippi here. For example, you look at this, you see how this has this structure like this? The one thing that these storms are lacking that they need for a potential tornado threat is the kinematics. There's not a lot of wind energy. The jet above really isn't spinning these storms, but they certainly have that structure. So we just need to watch out. The sun is beginning to set, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're up under one of these storms or just south of one of these storms. You can probably see some lowering in the clouds for sure. But we go up to Nashville, Tennessee, and what we got going on up here. And my radar scoop been lagging really bad lately. This is the line of storms that we talked about this morning. It's working its way right now. It's already blasted through Nashville. Just moved through Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's heading right towards Lynchburg, Tennessee, and Cookeville, Tennessee. Watch out, Crossville. This will be hitting your area a little bit later. We'll see how much this holds together as it begins to enter the southern Appalachian Mountains. I really hope it does not, because if we get this nasty line of storms that moves through, it's going to really knock down a lot of leaves. And we certainly want all the fall foliage up as long as possible. But Chattanooga, Huntsville, watch out here in the next couple hours. This is as of 6:27 Eastern time. So just remember that by the time that this is into your area, by the time some of you folks watch this, these storms will obviously be pushing. We'll be pushing a little bit further east. But this is a pretty nasty line of storms. But if you notice, the entire line isn't severe warned. Only this little section up here as of right now. But this is likely producing some gusty winds. Sorry, I'm getting my wording all jumbled up tonight. So just be careful if you're in Tennessee, the Deep South, Alabama, Mississippi, even Louisiana. You guys are probably going to see a little bit of storm activity a little bit later this evening if you're not already. So just be careful tonight. So let's give you some updated information on these temperatures. So below average temperatures in the 6 to 10 day outlook. Now well below average temperatures predicted between the 18th and the 22nd. I mean, this really dark blue that you really want to see in January. I personally do, because then you have chances for winter weather. But listen, this is pretty much a battleground between temperatures, guys. I mean, you got the well below average temperatures on the eastern side and above average. Basically got ice versus fire, fire versus ice right here in the U.S. It's pretty crazy. But this is going to dominate the pattern throughout the next couple weeks. And we've been below average temperatures almost every day of October, at least in my neck of the woods. But let's take a look at the latest European. It came out a little earlier this afternoon. We'll stop this for Friday morning, this coming Friday morning. This is behind the first front. You got widespread 30s showing up for the Ohio Valley, the Midwest. Some areas will definitely get a frost or at least a freeze, or possibly a freeze. But look, even much more cooler air getting all the way down south. Then the temperatures moderate, beautiful day, and then look, the next front gearing up. And guys, this is a powerful front. For example, I stopped this at about the hottest time of the day, Friday afternoon. And look right here in Iowa, Nebraska. I mean, in areas of Nebraska and southern Nebraska, you're in the 70s, pushing 80 degrees. Northern Nebraska, look at this huge temperature gradient. So this is going to be one of those strong cold fronts that the temperature will drop in the middle of the day if this front passes your area in the middle of the day. And here it goes. This will move through Missouri overnight Friday nights into Saturday morning, Illinois, Kansas. This will continue to push south. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know where this cold front is. You got a nice return flow from the first front to move through. This will continue to move through. And then, this is getting into Saturday. High temperatures only in the 50s for Chicago, 40s and 50s for Michigan, and just flat out chilly weather. If you got any college football games, outdoor activities in the Midwest, especially the Great Lakes region to north central U.S., it's going to be a chilly day. Certainly is. Milwaukee all the way to Minneapolis, Green Bay, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. But you continue to keep this rolling here. You're getting into Sunday morning. Temperatures widespread in the 40s in the Ohio Valley. Then the front continues to surge south. And look at this. This is next Monday morning. Widespread sub-freezing temperatures. I'm talking about deep in the 20s for areas in Minnesota. It's getting quite chilly all the way down into Tennessee, all the way down to northern Arkansas, and then everybody north of that, very cold. But not very cold, but certainly chilly. But, look at it. You're pretty warm. Waking up to some pretty warm temperatures next Monday morning. But then here it comes, guys. The front begins to sag south. And these are potential temperatures next Tuesday morning. Sub-freezing temperatures for the entire Ohio Valley. You got 30s creeping pretty far south. And, if we were to keep this going, let's go on and look at the southeast. You keep this going for the same time frame. This is next Tuesday morning. Look at these 30-degree readings, 20s in the West Virginia, 20s and 30s, and the Tennessee and North Carolina and Virginia mountains. Very chilly temperatures. And then this is potential high temperatures this coming Tuesday, only in the 50s and 60s. As far south as Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Columbia, South Carolina. And then look at this, next Wednesday morning. Very chilly temperatures, all the way into the 30s in Birmingham, Atlanta, maybe to Columbia, to Charlotte, Raleigh. And listen, guys, even colder one Thursday morning for areas. Sub-freezing temperatures. I really think a lot of areas outside of higher elevations, pretty far south, are going to see their first frost and freeze next week. This looks pretty chilly, guys. It really does. So go on and prepare for that. As far as temperatures compared to average, this is for next Tuesday afternoon. Anywhere from 15 to 20, maybe 22, 23 degrees below average, guys. below your average temperature for this time of the year. I mean, look at this down here in the Gulf. I mean, anywhere from 15 to 20 degrees below average. It's pretty impressive, chilly air, guys, and then it continues all the way through next weekend. And then we might have a moderation of temperatures. We'll have to watch for that. So that's all I got, guys. I know I'm just reiterating the same information over and over again, but I mean, that's all we can do right now. But you guys have a blessed night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning. God bless.